Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about the Ultimatum, the reunion.
The reunion. We finally made it to the end. But before we start, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And I think we can do it with your help. Thank you. Go ahead, Blair.
Thank you. Okay. So we first start off with noticing there is an empty couch.
Oh, my goodness.
And that is where Lisa and Brian should be sitting.
That's where they should be sitting.
Right. We find out that Roxanne, she probably wasn't the only one, but she is the one who voiced that she didn't know if the pregnancy was real and she thought it was a BS.
She voiced basically what everybody in America thought.
Yes. Well, Lisa and Brian arrive and to sit on their couch, and we find out they did have a baby boy.
Congratulations.
They are still together.
Congratulations.
Brian knew she wasn't lying when she said it.
Congratulations. And they're married.
No.
Whoa.
Yes.
Huh?
They are not married.
Oh. Well, okay.
And Roxanne quasi apologized. So she said, I just really didn't know. Like, I shouldn't have said that. I didn't know the pregnancy was real or it was BS.
And that's fair.
That's fair, but Roxanne, we was all thinking it.
Yeah,
it was
pretty
just
much.
too perfect timing.
Yeah. We just didn't want to say it on camera. That's all.
Yeah. So Raya is saying that they, her and Lisa had gotten their nails done together, and that's when she shared that she worked at Hooters, and she was also learned that Lisa used to work at Hooters as well. She was
Wait a minute.
Original Hooters bee.
Wait a minute. The one that basically said, so when we was getting our nails done, you used that against me? You can't learn nothing from this Hooters girl? Wow. Be careful who y'all get your nails done with, man. Be careful.
Yeah. And they asked Lisa, how does she feel? Does she feel bad about the comments she made about Raya? Lisa says, I don't care.
Nope.
And she doesn't regret what she says.
Nope.
And she was really feeling that Raya was here to play. She was here to get a new man. She didn't like her man. And she's trying to figure out, are you here to actually learn about yourself? Or are you just here to play around, F around, and have fun?
Listen here. Lisa continued where she left off.
Yes.
Okay.
Same energy.
Same energy. Face tight. She's like, I got nothing to apologize for. I ain't going to apologize to nothing. And Raya just looking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just looking like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Listen. Lisa is right, kind of. She's not right all the way. But, it doesn't help when we got you on camera in 4K where you saying Brian gets me hot. You know what I mean? You haven't even started a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And you was very more excited about the process more than the actual fixing and actually growing your relationship.
And figuring out what you actually wanted.
And the process being with somebody else. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Roxanne tries to have Lisa's back in a way and says, well, girl, you were probably hormonal. You were pregnant. And Lisa says, you know what? That's why I took a pregnancy test. Like, I was just so out of my norm.
What?
That, and I was so hormonal. Like, that's what made me take the pregnancy test.
Not the missing period or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, Lisa essentially felt crossed by Raya, and Antonio tells her, but nobody, like, Raya never crossed you. We all had front runners in this situation.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Like, Raya didn't do nothing personal towards you or against you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and Lisa says the ultimatum still stands, and she is not going to be a baby mama forever.
But you're a baby mama now, okay?
Until Brian decides.
It's not even that. You had 9 months not to be a baby mama, and guess what? You're a baby mama.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Brian, you look good, man. Hopefully, you get what you want out of this, Lisa.
Yeah.
And Brian, you too.
Yeah.
That may be conflicting, but hopefully y'all get what y'all both want.
And Brian says that he sees marriage in their future, and he is locked in.
I like that, man. I'm locked in too, Brian. I'm locked in too, brother.
So they get gifts from the Ultimatum production team or whatever. So they get a silver goblet sippy cup, and they get an Ultimatum pacifier.
Nice.
Gifts for the babes. All right. Then we move into the newlywed game. And we talk about who they were nervous to see in coming in. And what really stuck out to me was when Lisa put Raya's name as far as her being nervous to see her. And I'm like, why are you nervous to see her? You don't want all the smoke. Maybe she thought Raya was going to turn up on her or something. But Yeah, Lisa has a beef with Raya in her head that does not exist.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And maybe down the line in late in the episode, she did. We will mention that Lisa did do some. What is that word you used the other day? Some re-engineering or whatever it's called.
Oh, reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering, where she made a post on Instagram apologizing for the way she was acting and things like that.
Yeah.
But we gonna talk about that later on in the episode though, because I got something for that.
So we move on to Roxanne and Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And Roxanne feels like there is a different level of commitment with engagement.
Nice.
They're still not where they want to be. She's still a breadwinner.
What?
And it's going to be quite a while until Antonio can get to her level.
What do you
mean?
mean?
She didn't say that, but essentially.
But what do you mean? What are you besides a breadwinner? Mm-hmm. Are you caring? Mm-hmm. Are you nice? Let me go in simple words. Are you good? Like, all you care about is this breadwinner. But remember, you're only a breadwinner because he makes nothing. Mm-hmm. So, like, we still don't know what you do, but we go find out soon. Mm-hmm. We go find out soon about this Fortune 500 company you run. Mm-hmm. We go find out real soon. Continue.
And Antonio, he says that he just bought a car wash, and car washes make bank. So that's a really cool business to get into. So he's the owner of a car wash, and he also is working on jumpstarting this business of customizing cars.
Now, wait a minute. Blair, don't rush me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sweating, y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't she say that?
Yeah, like, this is what we're working on. This is what Antonio has accomplished so far.
Praise him.
None of that.
Lift him up.
She said, I'm the breadwinner, and he's got a long ways to go.
What's going on here? Why does he gotta, like...
He's like, I'm not sitting on my butt, y'all.
That was an opportunity for her to be like, Antonio, he has a car wash. He started his own business. I'm proud of him. I love him. He is putting in that effort. And even though we're not where that, because you can still say that. Mm-hmm. Even though we are not where we want to be, I am happy where we are right now.
Yeah.
But no, you can't even. You gotta praise yourself. Mm. You worship yourself. Mm. It's a form of idol worship. It's demonic. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So it's this whole idea that you don't love this man. I'm gonna say it plainly, because at a chance, you made it seem like he's doing nothing. He had to be like, well, actually, I brought a car wash, and I'm trying to make it work, y'all.
Yes.
And we have to clap for you. We got to clap for him before his own woman got to clap for him.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And even I think to myself, like, the fact that he's putting himself in a position to be an owner of multiple businesses. Newsflash, guys. Not everybody wants to be a business owner. That's a lot of freaking work.
Facts.
That's a lot of freaking work. So... for him to do that, number one, I don't even know if that's really what he wants or if that's what Roxanne requires.
Exactly.
But I'm like, if you had a job and was just getting some money and we were happy, whatever, that's cool. But that's not good enough for Roxanne. You need to own a business or 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not a job.
You need to be an owner.
Exactly. So that already means that he's in debt. Because more times than not, whenever you buy a business or start a business, you start in the red and then you break even, and then you really don't make money or make a profit from that business until probably year 3 to 5. Mm-hmm. So he got himself in the red and things like that. Because I know a lot of people. I know people that go to car washes for to get their car clean. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot more people who wash the cars themselves. Mm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't know how lucrative it is, and hopefully it is. Hopefully he's not broke. Mm. But that. We getting too much in the trenches right there. My whole point is there was something to praise and to accomplish. And guess what? When it comes to the praise and when it comes to the adoration, Antonio has a car wash and like he's good. But when it comes to the insult, Antonio's a bum. You know what I'm saying?
But not only that. He also says, and it's pretty cool. I'm into cars. She used to want to be into cars. And she said, yeah, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And I'm just like... so now even the business he chose isn't good enough? Antonio, please leave this woman.
Please, man. Please, man.
Nothing you do will ever be good enough.
It will not be good enough. Continue, Blair.
We find out that Roxanne works in boobs. She creates
she's
pasties.
a surgeon. Whoa.
Pasties.
Like the little thing that goes...
yeah. to cover
the nipple.
boobs. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cause she's like the pasty girl. Like basically we see her in Target and things of that nature.
I don't know if I've ever seen her pasties company.
So all this time, you got your own pasty line?
I thought she was working in tech, doing something, had an app.
I could have sworn she said tech.
Yeah.
But no, she work in pasties. And here's something that she said. She said she got 2 full-time jobs, and she be working 16-plus hour days. So one of those businesses is not that successful. Because one is covering for the other.
Yeah.
Because there's no need to have 2 if one is... You kind of get the math.
Yeah, I'm saying if you had a good enough job that paid you well enough...
You wouldn't need 2.
Then you wouldn't need 2 jobs and a business. So it sounds like you know,
and then
you're in the grind, you're struggling, you know.
I think you're broke
as well.
I say it. I think you're broke, and I think you're putting on this facade because you're basically, you know, what type of language you're speaking. You're speaking the equivalent. Maybe she don't understand because she's not black. So I'm going to try to give her some translation into our culture a little bit. What she's doing is the equivalent of holding money to your ear. You get what I'm saying? I got money, y'all. I'm the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? Holding stacks of money. And we know those guys are usually not good with money. They're not financially smart. They usually
That's their rent money.
Exactly. They basically showing it and things like that. So she's doing the money phone.
Yeah.
But with her whole life.
Yeah. And I think that's why whenever we talk about things with her, she's talking about the look of it. I like the look of independence or the look of marriage and not the actuality of the real life living it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm off Roxanne for now.
Continue. You cannot be off her because there's still a lot more about her.
Oh my goodness, there is. So, Roxanne says that there's really no room for marriage right now, and she doesn't really understand the meaning of wearing an engagement ring.
Wait a minute.
She's got on a ring on every other finger.
Vanessa pointed that out.
Except her engagement ring. That feels like an attack to me.
No, that is called passive aggressiveness. That's very intentional. Yeah. I want y'all to know that. That she said specifically on her ring hand that she had a ring on every finger except the ring finger, and she couldn't give a good enough reason why. She said it feel possessive. I don't want to be possessed by nobody. It feel possessive. And then it went to it didn't fit, and then it turned into he got her like 3 rings.
Yeah, 2 rings to pair with the ring, and got it resized, and she just keeps it in a box.
And you don't even wear it.
Yeah.
Antonio, I don't feel sorry for you no more, brother. Because guess what? You know what suckers do? They get licked.
Exactly.
So I don't even feel sorry for you.
Yeah, you're deciding to be a part of this madness.
Like, I don't even feel sorry for you. I tried preaching to you for 9 episodes, brother.
This is the life you chose.
This is the life you chose. Exactly.
And he says that pretty much that she doesn't have pride in showing that she's engaged. Duh. Roxanne says the marriage just isn't top of mind right now. They don't have a date. She's too busy. And then Nick offers to wed them right there.
Right there. Vanessa was trying to put the fire under them. Like, listen, Nick got his... He is in...
An officiant.
Of California. He could do it. And she was like... He was... And she asked the question point blank. If Nick would marry you right now, would you get married? And she said no.
Aunt said yes.
Aunt said yes. She said no. And he said, that's hurtful. But that's all. You like pain, brother.
Yeah.
You like pain.
Yeah.
I'm actually willing to go on a limb and say Kat make more money than Roxanne. I'm willing to go on that limb because nurses make bank. Sometimes. Unless you just started. Then travel nurses, okay?
Okay. Yes.
But no, I think Roxanne is broke. I think she's broken. I think her personality is broken. I think her bank account is broken. I think she's just a broke individual.
Yeah, she's putting on too much.
Yeah.
Putting on too much airs. It's feeling like smoke and mirrors about now.
Yeah, and even when it came down to her saying yes to Antonio, it felt like she didn't want to say yes.
Yeah.
It felt like she didn't want to say yes.
Girl, just say no and move on.
Yeah, please. But
let the man go for it. He's handsome.
But no.
He seems like a real honest dude. Like.
But no. She can't let him go because if she let Antonio go, then Drake go get her. These high rollers gonna get her. Like these guys.
She gonna live the life she always dreamed.
She can't do that to Aunt. Continue, please. Get me off of
I
her.
know. Please, let's get off of her. So let's talk about Alex and Kat. So they have a wedding date.
Okay.
And Kat is saying that Alex is more ready to settle down. He's even having baby fever. I think he said that his brother or something like had a baby.
Yeah.
And they're actually talking about what it would look like for them to have a family.
That's fair.
And Roxanne said, well, when we were together, he talked to me and he joked with me about us having 12 kids. So, yeah. So Kat says, actually, Roxanne, like we've talked about kids before this process, and there's a difference between joking about having like 12 to 20 kids and actually thinking about planning for and having a family. And Alex says that he apologizes to Antonio and pretty much says that he wasn't trying to take Roxanne. I was just trying to let you know what the real was, and I felt like you deserved to know. And Trey said to Alex that, you could have elaborated a little bit more.
Trey, you got your own problems, brother.
Then we get into some unseen ladies' night footage where Roxanne was telling Kat that Alex just doesn't come across as genuine. And Kat says that she really doesn't want to talk anymore about it to Roxanne because it didn't feel like she was coming with good intention.
Yeah.
And Kat was saying that Alex doesn't walk all over her and make her feel weak.
Yeah.
And Roxanne was just saying, like, you were agreeing with me when we were talking. And Kat said, I am an agreeable listener, and that is a problem of mine.
Yeah.
I smile and nod my head when I talk to people, but I don't always agree.
But that's why people think your quietness is weak, though.
Yeah.
Because it looks the same.
Yeah. But I think Kat's quietness partially is weak, and that's why she said all these things that she's trying to work on about herself.
Okay.
Yeah. And she says that she's going to work on being an agreeable listener. She's going to get better at that. And Antonio says that, look, he's over it. He's over the beef, and he appreciates Alex's apology.
He said if he saw him on the side of the road changing a tire, he'd help him. Oh, well, thank you, Antonio.
Yes.
Or maybe he washed their car for him. I don't know. Maybe a free car wash.
And it was so odd, Roxanne's jumping in with like, well, Alex did this with me, or Alex talked to me about kids. It's clearly not on the same level or league, as you would put it.
No.
Get real, Roxanne.
Please.
So, Raya and Trey are here, and Raya says that they have agreed that they want to have a destination wedding, and they're shooting to have it in 2025, which I feel like is good. It gives people enough time to save up and,
For you to get a job.
Right. So, Trey says that they're still trying to get on the same page about different things, about what they want. But now they can actually have harder conversations without it turning into an argument.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And James was saying that he just really didn't feel like he saw growth in Raya. And they also weren't talking that much. Ryan was saying that it was hard for her to move on with Trey. Raya was saying it was hard for her to move on with Trey, just thinking about James the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she couldn't give it and jump into it completely the way that Trey had. I mean, 7 years is a lot to just kind of like erase from your mind.
That's fair.
Yeah. And they get into, have Ryan and Trey, have y'all talked after the situation or after the fact? And Ryan was like, no, it just kind of seemed inappropriate and maybe disrespectful to our partners. I did kind of want to comment on like some of his social media stuff, but I just decided not to. I didn't want any issues with anybody.
That's fair.
And Raya was saying like, yeah, the texting is inappropriate, but you can comment on his page about whatever.
That's fair. Now, talking about Raya, I want to go back to Lisa since we're near the end of the reunion. I do not respect that apology, not one bit, Lisa. And I am a fan of black women. I love my black women. I was raised by a black woman. I married a black woman. You get what I'm saying? So the idea that adults know what they're doing. It's not the homos now. The baby gone.
Yeah. So what is all of this?
Exactly. So I think what happened was you went there with the intentions to show your behind. And when you showed your behind, everybody told you how ugly it was. And then you came out, went to your notes app, and you wrote up something, apologize to Raya. No, you had a chance to talk to her in person. You saw her in person, and you should have apologized, and I don't respect that.
Yeah. You should have apologized to her on that stage because you look crazy as
Crazy.
hell.
Being mad.
Crazy.
Being mad at somebody after you just had the baby of. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, why are you still mad?
They didn't even have the experience.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? So I do not respect that. Do better, please.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Trey was saying that he really didn't ever think about texting Ryan or talking to her. Like, he just knew that would jack up his relationship.
That's fair. He is a smart man.
Yeah. And then they asked them about having kids in the future. And Raya says that she was pregnant with Trey 2 years ago, and that's when she didn't hear the heartbeat. So I'm glad they clarified that, because I didn't know, if that was a current relationship or past. And I feel like maybe that is also why Trey is so willing to work with Raya, because
they have a trauma together.
Yeah, they lost a child together, and I think that's a big bonding thing.
Kind of want to redo.
And also news, Raya is pregnant.
Raya is pregnant right now.
Right now.
Congratulations, Raya.
Yeah, congratulations.
That's probably why the date is so far out. You get what I'm saying? So you give yourself a chance to have the baby, you get yourself back to where you want to be.
Well, I don't think she was pregnant at that time. Like,
pregnant when? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so basically, you were telling me that she's pregnant off of what we seen on the reunion?
No, I'm saying she's pregnant off of social media of what I've seen. So the reunion was taped like.
So basically, you say
ago.
This wasn't an announcement on the reunion, is what I'm asking.
No.
Okay, you gotta let me know what's going on. Okay.
Okay. So
that was off site, basically.
Yeah.
You reading Lipstick Alley or something like that.
I don't read Lipstick Alley.
Oh, okay. You ain't got a lot to the folks. There's nothing wrong with Lipstick Alley. There's nothing wrong with that being your news info. Okay, continue.
Next, we move on to James and Ryan. And they are saying that they are getting married on September 30th. So this month actually. Okay. And he proposed again and did it in a really nice spontaneous way.
Yeah, it was like nice mountains behind him.
Yeah. And they are living together, but they are living with Ryan's parents and her siblings. And
I wouldn't agree to that, but okay.
Yeah. And so James is experiencing a new way of living in a house with all these people.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree to that, brother.
Then we get James After Dark, which I really could have gone without seeing. And
James a little freak.
Yeah. So he says, like, look, their sex life has always been good. He says he's always been in love with Ryan, and this experience really made everyone's lives greater, and they're glad they did it.
Congrats to them, man.
Yeah. So, Ultimatum.
You give it on a scale of 1 to 10. What was this season?
This season, I'd give it a 6.
I give it a 4.
It was pretty mid. We did get a lot of drama, with Lisa and Brian, but it was a pretty mid season. I would have liked to see people choose themselves or just something else. But
you want a drama.
But if y'all happy and in love, love is good. Congratulations.
You want a drama. Listen here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the show, and y'all be good.
Bye.